Liv wants to do.
Cover again by Liv.
Pick up the pace.
Liv Morgan to help another Judgment Day member become a champion ahead of WrestleMania 41. Potential explored. Liv Morgan's efforts helped the Judgment Day earn some gold ahead of WWE WrestleMania 41. Interestingly, she can make the group more dominant again by helping another member become champion before the show of shows. Even before Liv Morgan became an official member of the Judgment Day, she helped Finn Balor and McDonagh win the World Tag Team Championships from the Awesome Truth. Although the group has since lost the Tag Team Gold and the Women's World Championship, which Morgan lost to Rhea Ripley, they regained another set of belts this week. Liv and Raquel Rodriguez became the new Women's Tag Team Champions on Raw by defeating Bianca Belair and Naomi. Before WrestleMania 41, Morgan can help bring the Intercontinental title to the group through Finn Balor on this week's Raw. Dominic Mysterio was also in action against Braun Breaker. The match ended in a disqualification after Dom's teammates interfered. This created a stare-down moment between Finn and the Dog of WWE. With how Morgan was able to arrange title matches for her stablemates in the past, this is something that she can do again for Balor as the weeks pass. There have been talks about him Balor solo again. There is tension with Dominic and hints of the Prince bringing back the Demon persona. By being the Intercontinental Champion, Finn can slowly start building his solo character again. Also, the former Women's World Champion and the former Universal Champion haven't seen eye to eye for a while now as well. If Morgan helps Balor set up a title match, this can help her get back in the Prince's good graces. What did Finn Balor say to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez after their major win on WWE Raw? The women's tag team title change received mixed reactions from fans as it was made possible due to Dominic Mysterio's interference, even if many believe Liv and Raquel could have done it themselves. Still, the Prince has nothing but good things to say to his stablemates. Following a major win, Balor took to X, formerly Twitter, to congratulate Liv Morgan, and Morgan surprisingly interrupted Lana and Lashley's on-screen wedding ceremony on the December 30th, 2019 episode of Raw to reveal that she was in a relationship with Lana. The angle was quite bizarre and saw her team with Rusev for some time. The short-lived feud and storyline did not do her any favors. However, she did enjoy an on-screen relationship with former WWE superstar Lana, who is also her real-life friend. The B.O. Dallas returned to WWE after Bray Wyatt's passing to take on the role of Uncle Howdy. In 2021, it was rumored that he was romantically linked to Liv Morgan in real life. Even Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, WOR, had reported that Liv was spending time with Bo off-screen on their farm. WWE Hall of Famer also confirmed the relationship at one point with a comment on his To Be the Man podcast. "I was so happy to see Bray Wyatt. I just saw Barry's sister the other day, Mike's wife. And Mike was there at the 30th anniversary of Raw. Mike Rotunda, Barry Windham's brother-in-law. So, Barry is recovering. He is here in Tampa. He's at what they call the compound. That would be the Bray Wyatt/Mike Rotunda compound. Bo's got a bunch of property out there. Bo is with Liv Morgan now. I think, are they married? I don't know. Yeah, and I saw JoJo, Bray's wife. Yeah, they're a very happy family," he said. While the two stars were romantically involved for some time in real life, they fell apart. Liv has since confirmed that she was single and not looking for a relationship. The reason for that might be linked to the next entry on the list. Number 2. Storyline: Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan's current on-screen sweetheart is WWE's biggest heartthrob, Dominic Mysterio. After betraying Rhea Ripley and parting ways with his mommy, Dominic has been romantically involved with Liv Morgan on-screen. During their time together, Liv won the Women's World Championship and had a lengthy run with the title. Her reign was made more entertaining thanks to Judgment Day's drama and Dominic Mysterio's actions. The duo is still together on-screen, and fans are patiently waiting for how their relationship pans out. Meanwhile, Dominic Mysterio married his longtime girlfriend Marie Juliet in real life on March 6, 2024. Tyler Bate is yet to get going on the main roster. The former member of New Catch Republic suffered an injury that stopped his run on the big stage. Behind the scenes, Tyler Bate has dated the former Women's World Champion. The two were romantically involved around the time when they were working in NXT. There were several pictures of them online that lit a fire in the speculations. The big strong boy has seemingly dated more than one WWE star at his time with the company. It's unclear just when he got together with Liv Morgan and how long their relationship lasted. Liv Morgan WWE injury update following RW between the two, Tiffany and Rhea. I think I'd rather see Rhea because she and Rhea had such an incredible match 2 years ago. They haven't had a match like that in women's division that I've seen on TV anywhere. Rhea won the match, but it was the best match on the show. It was incredible. Following a bloody match on WWE Monday Night Raw, a new report has revealed an injury update on Liv Morgan. On the February 10th edition of WWE Raw, damaged CTRL's Io Sky and Dakota Kai defeated Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day. During the course of the bout, Morgan suffered an apparent injury where she came up bleeding after a knee from Sky. Later in the program, Morgan was sporting a big bruise on her face during a backstage segment after the tag team bout. Fightful Select, subscription required, provided an update, noting that word backstage was Liv Morgan appeared to be okay, but may need stitches. The report reads, Liv Morgan got busted open by a knee, but word backstage was that she appeared to be okay, but may need stitches. Morgan will face Bianca Belair, Bayley, and 3 other participants in the Women's Elimination Chamber match at the titular event on March 1st. Kairi Sane sends a message to Liv Morgan. WWE star shares brutal fallout of serious injury. WWE superstar Kairi Sane recently took to social media to send a message to former Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. The Judgment Day star suffered a brutal injury on this week's Monday Night Raw during the latest episode of the Red Brand. Liv Morgan teamed up with Raquel Rodriguez to face damage CTRL's Io Sky and Dakota Kai. All of the women involved in the bout put on an amazing display, but the match ultimately ended in Sky and Kai's favor. However, during the bout, Morgan suffered a brutal injury near her eye and started bleeding heavily. Following the show, the Judgment Day star had to get several stitches to close up her wound. She recently took to X/Twitter to show off her injury. This post caught Kairi Sane's attention, and she uploaded a photo of a similar eye injury that she had suffered in September last year while competing against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. The Damage Control member also sent a message to Morgan with several emojis. Former WWE writer reacted to Liv Morgan's brutal injury on Raw. During a recent edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, former WWE writer Vince Russo reacted to Liv Morgan's brutal eye injury, saying that he believed she was extremely tough for a person of her stature. Did you see that nasty gash on Liv Morgan's eye, man? Wow, she is tough. I gotta give you that, man. That was a nasty gash on her eye. Did you see how that happened, Chris? I wasn't watching closely enough. I mean, she had like a boxer's cut. I mean, wow. She is tough, man. Liv Morgan is tough for a girl her size, and that was nasty. Liv Morgan has qualified for this year's Women's Elimination Chamber match. It will be interesting to see what WWE has planned for the Judgment Day star's future. Liv Morgan smiles through the pain after suffering a nasty cut on WWE Raw. It was a rough night for Liv Morgan Monday on Raw, who suffered both insult and injury. In a tag team match pitting her and Raquel Rodriguez against Io Sky and Dakota Kai of Damage Control, Morgan was pinned by Sky. But before that, she suffered a gnarly cut just over her right eye during the final minutes of the match. Rodriguez and Morgan paired up for some unique tandem offense. Rodriguez scooped Morgan up as if she was going to powerbomb her. Instead, she used Morgan as a weapon, swinging her body into the ribs of Sky, then Kai. Morgan's injury appeared to occur right after she collided with Sky. However, she started holding her face after hitting Dakota later. After Morgan blasted Kai with Oblivion, Sky plowed through her with a running knee lift. That incapacitated Morgan for several moments, who was briefly checked on by the referee. Ultimately, Sky put Morgan down for the 3 count with her signature moonsault. Despite the grisly nature of her injury, Morgan was all smiles afterward. Io, you could never make me ugly.